Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is now just past 9:45, so we will be getting started with the official ceremony in about 15 minutes. A couple of things before that. Number one, my name is Second Lieutenant Scott Opplinger. I will be the Master of Ceremonies today. Number two, for those of you that are just arriving and haven't heard this announcement yet, if you cannot find seating where you can see the ceremony, please feel free to either use the breezeway over here to my right, the porch here to my left, or the entire ceremony will be live streamed in 4 separate locations, either Lecture Hall C1 and C2, which are in this building behind me here, Rice Hall, which is in this building here, or Sanford Auditorium, which is behind the Hall of Flags in this other building here. Also, if at any point during the ceremony you need some water, there are some coolers that are strategically placed around the courtyard. If you need some water, please help yourself. The Dermatones are preparing to perform. You guys ready? Good. Okay. All right. So they'll be coming up here shortly, and then again, we will be beginning the ceremony at about 10 o'clock. Please do take this opportunity to silence your cell phones in preparation for the ceremony. Thank you, everyone. Here's good.
Dan, do you want to stand in front so it can, echo? Sure. Yeah.
And then close me up?
And then you're singing, right? You have a song. I got it.
Good to go? Start whenever?
When you're ready.
Slow it.
Oh, I'll let them fun.
This is going to be fun.
I'm letting the rest of them file in. Should have started.
We'll wait for them to file in.
Yeah. No, I got it.
And now for a tune from the days of yore, when ships were made of wood and sailors of steel.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy O.T. The winds blew up her bow, dip down, oh blow, my bully boys blow. Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
She'd not been 2 weeks from shore, down on her a right whale bore. The captain called all hands and swore she'd take that whale in tow.
Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Before the boat had hit the water, the whale steaming nothing caught her. Hooks to the side, harpooned and fought her when she dived down low.
Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The whale's not cut and the whale's not gone. The wellerman makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all.
Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the wellermen come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
I love the drums.
Sorry.
Yeah. There's something in the way you roll your eyes. Takes me back to a better time. So I say everything is good. But now you're the only thing that's good.
Trying to stand up on my
yeah,
own
bum
feet.
bum, oh.
This conversation ain't coming easily. And darling, I know it's getting late. So why don't you say we leave this place?
Walk me home in the dead of night. Oh, I can't be alone with all that's on home in the dead of night. Oh, I can't be alone with all that's on my mind. So say you'll stay with me tonight. Oh, 'cause there's so much wrong going on.
Walk me home in the dead of night. I can't be alone with all that's on my mind. So stay, oh stay with me tonight. 'Cause there is so much wrong going on.
Walk me home in the dead of night. Oh, I can't be alone with all that's on my mind. So say you'll stay with me tonight. Oh, 'cause there is so much wrong. There is so much wrong. There is so much wrong going on outside.
We're gonna come back.
That's why. Yeah, and you can roam all you want. Yeah. Get the shots.
I'm gonna go get my phone.
Got 2 minutes.
Got it. Thanks. Nope. Jessica, are we otherwise good to start?
They've already walked around. Do you see them?
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. So it is now 10 a.m. I know it's a bit hot out here. Thank you all for bearing with us. My name is Second Lieutenant Scott Opplinger, and I will be the Master of Ceremonies for today's ceremony. I welcome you to today and to our annual White Coat Ceremony. At this time, please kindly silence your cell phones, and I would like to say thank you as well to the Dermatones for their performance. This ceremony has been an important part of USU culture for 32 years, and we are so excited to be here to celebrate this incredible event. We are here to welcome our newest colleagues into the medical profession in a time where we so obviously need their bright minds to tackle some of the most challenging problems. Thank you to the class of 2028 for your attendance. I also want to extend a warm welcome to the family members, the friends and mentors who are showing support for our medical students and the university on this momentous day. At this time, I would like to invite all who are able to rise to do so for the arrival of the official party. I would like to introduce the members of the official party. Dr. Jonathan Woodson, President, Uniformed Services University of the Health Sciences. Dr. Eric Elster, Dean, School of Medicine. Colonel Albert Kincaid, Brigade Commander, Uniformed Services, University of the Health Sciences. Colonel J. Dinteman, Commandant, School of Medicine, GEO, and EMDP2. Dr. Christopher Jonas, Assistant Dean for the Clinical Sciences, School of Medicine. Dr. Ryan Landau, Assistant Dean for Preclinical Sciences, School of Medicine. Dr. Daryl Thorne, Assistant Dean for the Wellbeing Program, School of Medicine. Dr. Rebecca Cole, Acting Assistant Dean for Academic Success, School of Medicine. Lieutenant Commander Anthony Kaniaru, Brigade Chaplain, Uniformed Services University, and Commander Sean Simmons, today's guest speaker. At this time, I would like to invite all who are able to stay standing to acknowledge our distinguished visitors with us today. Dr. Joseph Caravallo, MD, USUS, Major General retired U.S. Army, President and CEO of the Henry M. Jackson Foundation for the Advancement of Military Medicine, a guest of Second Lieutenant Panta Fatemi Ardestani, U.S. Army. Mr. Samuel Grable, SES Tier 2, Executive Director, Air Force Installation and Mission Support Center, Joint Base San Antonio, guest of Ensign Abigail Grable, United States Navy. Brigadier General retired Jeffrey D. Valencia, Department of the Air Force Advanced Battle Management System Cross-Functional Team Lead, Headquarters, U.S. Air Force, the Pentagon, Arlington, Virginia. Guest of Ensign Kaylee Valencia, United States Navy. Edward Bailey, M.D., Brigadier General, USA retired, and graduate of the USU SOM, Class of 1991, the guest of Second Lieutenant Matthew Young, United States Army. We would also like to recognize all of the guests that have served our great nation, as well as the family and friends that have joined us today. Without you all and your love and support, this ceremony would not be as special as it is today. The Dermatones, USU student a cappella group, whom you have already heard from, will now perform the national anthem. If you are able, please remain standing, and military members come to attention for the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
See by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you so much, Dermatones. The USU chaplain, Lieutenant Commander Anthony Kaniaru, will now say the opening prayer for this ceremony.
Let us pray. Almighty God, hear this prayer which we make today for these men and women who have come to this esteemed university to learn the art and science of healing. Send your blessings upon them as they learn how to care for those in harm's way. May they become instruments of physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual healing. May the vocation soften them to become a path to compassion, love, justice, and mercy. May the suffering they will see and experience not harden them into burned-out machines. May they be shielded from a reductionist, mechanistic view of people and thus inevitably themselves. May they see their patients as persons. May their study, work, and life bring comfort to those they encounter. May they live to protect this republic and as physicians to first do no harm. We raise a prayer for our university, our military, and this United States. It is in your strong name that we ask. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Guests, you may now be seated. We are honored to have the President of the Uniformed Services University of the Health Sciences here with us today. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Woodson to the podium for some remarks.
Well, good morning, esteemed guests, faculty, family, and most importantly, our exceptional students of the Uniformed Services University. It's a profound honor to stand here before you today as we gather at this pivotal moment in your journey, the white coat ceremony. Look around you, feel the energy. It was buzzing out there as I came in today. The anticipation, the shared sense of purpose. Today is not just about receiving a white coat, it's about embracing a profound identity, a dual commitment that sets you apart as future leaders in military medicine. The crisp white coat you're about to don is steeped in symbolism. It represents the trust that your patients will place in you, the hope they will carry in your care, and the dedication you will pledge to alleviate suffering and promote healing. It signifies your entry into the noble profession of medicine, a calling that demands not only scientific mastery, but empathy, integrity, and an unwavering commitment to ethical practice. As you slip on these coats, you are joining a legacy of healers who have come before you, individuals who have dedicated their lives to the well-being of others. You are accepting the responsibility to uphold the highest professional values of medicine: compassion, respect, altruism, accountability, excellence, and duty. These values will be your guiding stars as you navigate the complexities of medical practice, ensuring your decisions are always centered on the best interests of your patients. But your journeys here at Uniformed Services University carries a deeper dimension. You are not just becoming physicians, you are becoming military medical officers. The white coat is intertwined with the uniform you wear beneath that white coat, a symbol of service, sacrifice, and unwavering dedication to our nation. You are answering a unique call to the blend art of science and medicine with the ethos of military service. And know that your values underpinning each profession are mutually supporting. This means embracing a commitment of leadership to teamwork, to resilience in the face of adversity. It means understanding the unique challenges and rewards of caring for those who defend freedoms, often in demanding and austere environments. It means upholding the values of honor, courage, and commitment that are the bedrock of the armed forces. The path ahead will be rigorous, but it will be exciting and fun. You will face the demanding academic challenges, intense clinical experiences, and unique responsibilities of military service. But know that you're not alone. You are surrounded by dedicated faculty who are committed to your success, by supportive families who believe in your potential, and by the community of fellow students and physicians who share your aspirations and understand your journey. Today, as you receive your white coats, take a moment to reflect on the significance of this occasion. Embrace the symbolism, internalize the commitments, know and live your values, and allow the weight of this honor to fuel your dedication. We are immensely proud of you, of the hard work that has brought you to this point, and the unwavering spirit that you will carry forward. We welcome you to the profession of medicine. We welcome you to the esteemed ranks of military medical officers. The future of military medicine rests in your capable hands, and always remember that in the annals of the human experience, if war and conflict represent the dark side, medicine, and particularly military medicine, is the hope and the light. Congratulations on this day.
Thank you, President Woodson. It is a pleasure to introduce our speaker for the class of 2028 White Coat Ceremony, Commander Sean Simmons. Commander Simmons was born and raised in North Florida. He graduated from the United States Naval Academy in May of 1998 with a Bachelor of Science degree in English. Ensign Simmons reported to his 1st Division officer position as strike officer on board the USS Curtis Wilbur. Lieutenant junior grade Simmons earned his surface warfare qualification and was transferred to become navigator on the USS George Philip. Lieutenant Simmons then served as a Navy ROTC instructor at the University of Pennsylvania. He served as teaching faculty and junior class advisor while completing a Master of Arts degree in political science at Villanova University. Following this last tour in the Navy, Lieutenant Simmons resigned his commission and enlisted in the Army to pursue a position in the United States Army Special Forces. Sergeant Simmons attended the Special Forces Assessment and Selection in 2005 and was selected to attend the Army Special Forces Qualification Course. In 2006, he graduated on the Commandant's List, the top 10% of graduates, with his Special Forces qualification and Green Beret. In 2006 and 2007, Staff Sergeant Simmons deployed to Iraq. In 2007 and 2008, Sergeant First Class Simmons deployed to Afghanistan. During this last combat deployment, Sergeant First Class Simmons elected to pursue a career in medicine. He was accepted into the University of Pennsylvania's post-baccalaureate pre-health studies program. After completing the prerequisite courses for medical school, Sergeant First Class Simmons was accepted to attend the F. Edward Hebert School of Medicine at the Uniformed Services University in Bethesda, Maryland, in the class of 2015. During his time at USU, Ensign Simmons was elected class president, a position that he held for 4 years. He also served as president of the USU's Student Advisory Committee for his last year at USU. Lieutenant Simmons received his MD in May of 2015 and reported to Fort Belvoir Community Hospital as a family medicine intern in June of 2015. Dr. Simmons was selected the National Capital Consortium Family Medicine Intern of the Year and later served as chief resident at the Fort Belvoir Community Hospital and as the Navy Resident Director in the Uniformed Services Academy of Family Physicians. He became a board-certified family medicine physician in July of 2018. In July of 2018, Lieutenant Commander Simmons assumed the position of Senior Medical Officer of the USS Bataan. In this position, he served as both the department head of a 40-person department and director of a Role 2 hospital with 4 operating rooms, 15 ICU beds, and a 45-bed ward. When joined by the 26th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Lieutenant Commander Simmons assumed responsibility for the care of nearly 3,000 sailors and Marines by 13 providers and over 80 corpsmen during 2 years of sustained operations that included hurricane relief efforts in the Bahamas, 2nd Fleet certifications, in-serve, and deployment to the 6th and 5th Fleet areas of responsibility. Following this dynamic tour on the Bataan, Lieutenant Commander Simmons was appointed Director of Expeditionary Medicine at NMRTC Portsmouth, Virginia. After this position, Dr. Simmons completed a pain medicine fellowship at Naval Medical Center, Portsmouth. Upon successful completion of his fellowship, he was chosen to serve as the Assistant Program Director of the National Capital Region Pain Medicine Fellowship at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center and the Staff Pain Medicine Physician in the Pain Medicine Clinic. His personal awards and qualifications include the Bronze Star, the Meritorious Service Medal, 2 awards, the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal, the Army Commendation Medal, the Joint Service Achievement Medal, the Navy Marine Corps Achievement Medal, 3 awards, Combat Action Ribbon, 2 awards, Surface Warfare Qualification, Surface Warfare Medical Department Officer Qualification, Army Special Forces Qualification, Military Free Fall Qualification, in addition to other individual campaign and unit awards. Commander Simmons, if you would like to come up at this time.
Strong start. Class of 2028, at ease. Please shake it out. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, distinguished guests, USU faculty and staff, loved ones, both friends and family, and most importantly, the class of 2028. My name is Dr. Sean Simmons, and I was simultaneously surprised and deeply honored when your class leadership, Ensign Kevin Matthew and Second Lieutenant Michael Kim, invited me to be your guest speaker today. While I sincerely hope that they were representing a consensus opinion of your entire class, the truth is right now we're at a place of no takebacks. So buckle up, we're doing this. As an aside, your invitation came in the form of a handwritten note on really nice paper stock and was closed with a wax seal. It was both elegant and an alarming gesture because I didn't know at the time if I was being served a court summons or being sent on a knight's errand. I asked Kevin and Michael if they could provide me with some information about your class and what your collective experience has been and what your expectations are of me as your class white coat speaker. We sat down one morning after reflective practice and they walked me through both. The facts about your class are extraordinary and deserve a brief mention. 7 students have added family members since you all classed up. Now that's a great start on the squad, but I expect a platoon of small human beings by the time you graduate. There are 24 students with master's degrees and 2 students with PhDs. These are the lovers of school, and their signature line will continue to expand over the years. There are 9 Division I athletes, and Second Lieutenant Taylor participated in the Olympic team trials for soccer. Additionally, Second Lieutenant Samate is a 3 times national collegiate boxing champion, which ensures that he and I will never be sparring partners. Your class has a deep well of prior military service to include pilots, nuclear reactor engineers, several corpsmen and medics, a strong special operations presence, and my favorite, a rocket propulsion scientist. I would like to think that at every available opportunity, he says, "Come on, guys, it's not exactly rocket science." All of these facts are impressive and just a small peek at how special this class is. I was far more interested in what Kevin and Michael provided me with as some of the themes for the class. Your class has nurturing relationships. is building a community to rely upon and believes that we can carry more than I can carry. My very biased feeling is that these themes are unique for medical school class less than 1 year into their medical school journey. Regarding your class's expectation of me as guest speaker, I was told there were only two. Apparently, rumors of my long and meandering professional career have permeated the campus. Kevin and Michael said that the class wanted to hear my story. And by the way, I'm so sorry you guys got the full bio. That's what I write when I'm trying to get a job. Probably be summed up in been in school forever, really old and short. The second expectation is far more important than the first. I must be done in 15 minutes. Well, class of 2028, I'm going to meet 50% of that expectation. Fortunately for all of you, I have no intention of keeping you and me from your snacks and cake. As the incoming commandant of the School of Medicine, I've been given my dream job in military service. I received my white coat on these same steps in 2012. Many of these same exceptional staff members and faculty members were here with me on that day, just as they're here with you today. I can promise you that they will continue to be influential teachers and mentors to you for many years to come. As your commandant, I will be privileged to spend the next 3 years with you at your time at USU. In short, there'll be plenty of time to discuss how I became the first member of the Naval Academy class in 1998 to make Sergeant First Class, and the last one to make Commander. Today, I consider each of these 10 to 15 minutes of our time precious, and I really want to focus on you. However, I can promise you the perspective I'm about to share about putting on the white coat is strongly influenced by my unique path that puts me here in front of you. I think that you will be truly astounded about how touchy-feeling a former Green Beret can be in the right circumstance. It is appropriate that we speak briefly of the history of the white coat ceremony. Up until the 20th century, physicians wore black and not white. You can imagine a joke from that era starting out, a physician, a mortician, and death walk into a bar. I don't have a punchline, I'm a 19th century comedian. As medicine became more scientific, medical doctors began to wear white coats that reflected the cleanliness and sterility of the lab and symbolized a new era of medicine where the practice of medicine would be grounded in science, evidence, and discovery. The modern white coat ceremony, held at medical schools today, began in 1993 at the Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons. The ceremony was championed by Dr. Arnold Gold, a pediatric neurologist, who believed that professionalism and humanism should be instilled in our students at the very start, not just at the end of their clinical time. What was novel in 1993 has become a rite of passage at nearly every single medical school in the world. However, it is important to note that USU is unusual in the timing of our white coat ceremony. According to ChatGPT, which I understand is infallible, 97% of all medical schools conduct their white coat ceremony within the first week of students starting medicine. I appreciate that our medical school conducts the white coat ceremony at the end of the first year because I feel as though it enables you to be ready for the next transition. You have already demonstrated that you have the intellectual ability, the work ethic to thrive in this environment. Most people enter medical school with significant imposter syndrome. I know that I did. Quick hint, the imposter syndrome doesn't go away. You'll have it in clinicals, you'll have it in residency, and you'll even have it as a staff physician. By now, you have succeeded in fundamentals, MSK, CPR, neurosciences module, and I know you're going to crush GI. You deserve to be here today. You are on a path where you will continue to gain the knowledge and skills necessary to become competent physicians. Trust the system and continue your hard work, and this will happen. Some of your class's reflections on today's ceremony speak to this theme. I particularly appreciate these comments. I feel surreal and excitement that I've reached this point. Proud of my friends and me for supporting each other to reach this moment. I feel like I've earned this coat after all the hard work I've invested in the past 4 modules. The white coat is a physical reminder that I'm getting closer to my dreams. I love those sentiments. We can all agree that you are the right person at the right place, at the right time. Congratulations. Keep shaking it out, class. I'm over halfway there. Now that we're free of that emotional burden of wondering if you belong here, I would like to refocus your attention. In our medical system, there is a tendency towards hyperspecialization. A common question that you'll be asked in the hospital and even at backyard barbecues is, what type of doctor are you? Most physicians will answer, I'm a family medicine doc. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I'm a pediatrician. I'm an obstetrician, pathologist, radiologist, etc. With these specialties come stereotypes. We all know that family medicine physicians love hugs and long conversations. We all know that pediatricians hoard supplies of puppets and clown noses. Orthopedic surgeons are always crushing protein powder and doing bicep curls. Obstetricians are grumpy and have yoga voice. Pathologists are cold and aloof. Radiologists are vampires. That last stereotype is true. Radiologists are vampires. You need to protect yourself with cloves of garlic every time you go into the reading room. However, many physicians defy these stereotypes. There are family medicine physicians that are outstanding in trauma situations. There are orthopedic surgeons that remember what an acid-base balance is. And there are even some radiologists that will willingly walk in the sun and have a tan. I call them the daywalkers. It is true that as specialists, we have different knowledge sets, different procedural skills, and see patients in different contexts. So what is that thing that binds us? Beyond all of us attending medical school, introducing ourselves as doctor, and making fun of every medical drama on TV, what is that core thing that makes us the same? We'll put that aside for a moment. The writer David Brooks, in his masterful book, The Second Mountain, says this. I'm editing a little bit for time. There is some piece of your consciousness that has no shape, size, weight, or color. This is the piece of you that is of infinite value and dignity. The dignity of this piece doesn't increase or decrease with age. It doesn't get bigger or smaller depending upon your size or strength. Rich and successful people don't have more or less of it than less successful people. The soul is that piece of your consciousness that has moral worth. It bears moral responsibility. A river is not morally responsible for how it flows, and a tiger is not morally responsible for what it eats. But you, because you have a soul, you are morally responsible for what you do and what you don't do. Because each person has a soul, each person is owed a degree of respect and goodwill from others. Because each person has a soul, we are all rightfully indignant when that dignity is ignored, insulted, or obliterated. Now, neither David Brooks nor I are proselytizing. If you're uncomfortable with the word soul, feel free to choose another. What is important is that we all collectively acknowledge that there is something that is beyond appearance, physical and mental capabilities, a legal name, and is uniquely our own and of infinite value. I use the word acknowledge because we all know this to be true. I'm not teaching you anything new today. However, much like gravity, we inherently know this truth and understand it, and consequently, we spend very little time considering it. In your medical education and practice, you will observe that will astound you with the breadth of their knowledge and procedural skills. There are physicians who are technicians and professionals of the highest order. These are the people that everyone wants to be present in the OR, the ER, inpatient services, or the clinic. You will observe physicians who have polished bedside manners that are highly efficient at obtaining the necessary information for an accurate diagnosis of pathology, and then effectively conveying that information to the patient. Here's my prediction. The first time that you observe a physician who has the grace and confidence to see another person's soul and allow that patient to see their own, you will be in awe. The first time that experience happens to you, the practice of medicine will never be the same again. So am I up here just saying words because it's the occasion when words need to be said? I hope not. Am I setting an unrealistic expectation that is aspirational but not achievable? I don't think so. You will have tens of thousands of patient encounters in your career as a physician. Many of them will not be transformational or transcendent for you. But remember this, the patient in front of you may be one amongst thousands to you, but that's not what you are to the patient. They will tell you things they would never admit to their spouse, to their parents, to their best friends, or anyone else in the universe. They will do so with the expectation that you are competent, caring, and respectful. And you will be all those things. The next mountain for you as a physician is for your patients, all of them. You will find some meaning and some manner to let them know that you recognize in them something of infinite worth and dignity. You recognize that they're more than their malady, more than just a patient, that they are something unique in the entire history of the universe. In short, you will let them know they are being seen. Try to remember back to the last time you were being seen and you felt that. It's powerful medicine for anyone. Let's take a quick pause. I'm on the clock here. So, feel the sun on your skin. Feel that very, very small amount of breeze. I want you to look to the left and look to the right. My challenge to you is to forever remember who stood to the right and left of you on this day. When the ceremony is over, lock into your memory how it felt to be seen by your family, friends, and classmates wearing those white coats. In short, be present in the now. The human condition is that the majority of you will not remember a single thing I said today. In a matter of years or days, you'll forget that I was here. Don't feel guilty about that. That's how it happens. However, you will remember how you felt today. I certainly do from 2012. So acknowledging the transient nature of everyone's words, I would ask for you to only retain one theme. USU and your residency will ensure that you are competent practitioners of medicine. To be an exceptional physician, all that you must do is to remember every patient in front of you has something unique and worthy of respect and dignity. Fight hard to preserve that soul's dignity, just as you labor to preserve, restore, and protect their physical health. The truth is that it is not easy to keep this in mind through encounter after encounter in our overtaxed medical system. But you do have the ability. It's in all of you. How do I know that? Well, I know that all of you have souls. Congratulations on this day. You deserve it. Now start the true journey. Thank you so very, very much for allowing me to be here with you today.
Thank you, Commander Simmons. We will now begin the donning of the coats. I invite Mrs. Jessica Brown, Program Support Specialist, Office of Student Affairs, USU School of Medicine, to the podium, who has been selected by the class of 2028 to read their names and for the official party to stand for the donning of the white coats.
I'm short, I gotta bring it down. All right, thank you. All right, let's get started. I know everybody's ready. All right, we're gonna start with the Alpha Company. Ethan Baird, Philip Golder, Celestina Tolusa, Kyle Fowler, Jaden Keener, Emily Matthew Kaylee Valencia. Molly Bugatti, Jonathan Cook, Tony Flatten-Reimers, Asia McKeithen, Timothy Harris, Ashley Kim, Omar So, Catherine Weathersby. John Sheehan, Serena Burgos, Victoria Livingston, Jared LeBlanc, Catherine Mullen, Lorraine Rowe, Adam Sumayat. William Blumberg, Ferris Cash, Catherine Harding, Montana Messias Young, Nicholas Domahaski, Veronica Dunker, Alina Lee, Gavin Yetter. Almost. There you go. Woo! Aiden McLaughlin, Eric Dittmar, Melanie George, Samantha Moon, Ricky Bauman, Dawson Jackson, Sophia Sandy, Vashali Swaminathan. Antonia Mendrinos, Jason Pert, Kyle Quarles, Ariana Valeria, Evan Bradley, Miha Fratian, Alexandra Rothstein. Joshua Benton, Allison Greet, Emily Hoffman, Anthony Martinez, Bobby Eckner, Lauren Lee, Kevin Matthews, Needy Sharma. Nicholas Dumaro, Ann Fisher, Justin Way, Christian Bray, Ariana Daux Barilla, Michael Kim, Michelle Liggins. Woohoo! Jay Baird, Veronica Dimmock, Mansa Kavuri, Benjamin Siemens, Joshua Quang, Patrick McManaman, Skylar Starling. Clara Cobb, Jasmine Jacob, Christopher Snyder, Chase Trinnell, Rochelle Ammond, Joshua Cuestas, Richard Crawford, Kelly Yoon. Allison Beish, McKenna Farrell, Alex Vienna, William Yankozik, Anais Davidian, Arun Jin, Madison Nigrin, TJ Wright. Margaret Leppert, Nam Tran, Ryan Walford, Aline Zoe, Christian Coelho, Jason Ivy, Kevin Carlick. Caroline Fields, Tristan McKenzie, Madison Shakespeare, Mainhart Valier, Kia Crawford, Matthew Huang, Meg Romya, Cole Wampler. Thank you. Benjamin Hopper, Sadie Kenny, Tyler Kraft, Chloe Skog, Olivia Hayden, Matthew Victor Masida, Claire Paula, Matthew Young. Zachary Brown, Julia Romano, Julia Vachikauskas, Abram Beno, Shivani Kapoor, Christopher Matter, Samantha Nakajima. Love it. Thomas Healy, Christina Holman, Rayoman Kapadia, Shannon Eileen Sweeney, Carrie Bortz, Jeffrey Luke, Alex Barrett, Sophia Nakuchima. Carson Anderson, Emily Hansen, Emma Lynn, Labanita Ghosh, Brian He, Ron Raymond, Panta Fatemi Ardestani. Grace Choi, Arun Kumunadaminti, John Sek IV, Claire Sharp, Matthew Gajilla, Brian Lee, Connor Morgan, Thomas Wright. Mitch Haddad, Patrick Hunsinger, Allison Kwan, Marnie Wood, Amy Castellano, Abigail Grable, Paul Rajan, Van Michael Keenet Saludo. Anna Cardenas, Mia Dillon, Nigel Park, Daniel Schleif, Savannah Champagne, Daniel Lee, Liam Keenan, Avni Cerniak. Rob Feliz, Mike Kyle, Hannah Lee, Malia Smith, Avkul Dillian, Luke Smith, Jeffrey Malmrose. Elizabeth Fleming, Jacob Glass, Henry Liu, Hannah Yoon, Alexandra Bonavia, Mackenzie Jordan, Miguel Pantano, Matthew Tahan Leggett. Taylor Alt, Andrew Maza, Ian Zontha, Ariana Chase, Crystal Dawson, Diego Douglas, Nathan Steed. And last but certainly not least, Isabella Mueleli, Patrick Marcos, Caitlin Ferrari.
Hey, one more time for the future of America's uniformed physicians. Thank you very much, Mrs. Brown. Dr. Elster will now administer the oath of Hippocrates.
Shall we make It's okay. It's adjustable. Shall we make this official? Yeah, okay. I invite all physicians and students of the class of 2028 to raise their right hands and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members, that I will lead my life and practice my art in uprightness and honor, that into whatsoever home shall I enter, it shall be for the good of the sick and the well, to the utmost of my power, and that I will hold myself aloof from wrong and from corruption and from the tempting of others to vice. That I'll exercise my art solely for the cure of patients and the prevention of disease. And that I will give no drug or perform no operation for a criminal purpose, and far less suggest such thing. That whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of persons which is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep secret. These I do promise. And in proportion as I am faithful to this oath, may happiness and good repute be ever mine. The opposite if I shall be forsworn. Congratulations.
Ensign Kevin Matthews, Lieutenant Michael Kim.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we close out the ceremony, on behalf of the entire class of 2028, we'd like to offer special thanks to Commander Sean Simmons for his guidance and dedication to our formation as future physicians. On behalf of the entire class of 2028, we would like to present you with this gift as a token of our appreciation. We would also like to sincerely thank President Jonathan Woodson for joining us today. To mark this special occasion, President Woodson has prepared a personal letter of encouragement for each member of the class of 2028. This is a truly personal and heartfelt gesture that reflects how deeply USU cares about each of us and our growth, both as future physicians and as individuals. We are truly honored to receive your words of support and will cherish them as a memento this day. That letter will be available in Rice Hall at the conclusion of the ceremony for each member of the class of 2028. Finally, for those who are gracious enough to help coat the class of 2028, would you please stand? We would like to personally recognize President Woodson, Dean Elster, Dr. Simmons, Colonel Jonas, Lieutenant Colonel Landau, Dr. Thorne, Dr. Cole, and Dr. Pingaro. Thank you again for being part of this wonderful day. We'd also like to thank Dean Elster, the special members of the Office of Student Affairs, Dr. Ryan Landau, and Mrs. Jessica Brown, as well as the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Both student representatives and faculty for their collective work in making today special. Our many thanks as well to the Dermatomes, the Color Guard, the volunteers who made this special, to the Media Center, and the MDLs for their contributions, most importantly to the family members and the loved ones here in the crowd with us today. And to those who couldn't join us today as well, I know as they look over us, be very proud in each and every one of you. You're truly the force behind the force, and we appreciate all that you've done on our journey towards healing others. We have a special gift from Mrs. Jessica Brown. This is her last white coat ceremony before she transitions with her husband, a current fourth-year medical student, to Travis Air Force Base in California. She is truly the kindest, most loving person, hardworking, who has worked tirelessly behind the scenes, often into the wee hours of the morning. And we wouldn't be here without you, and we really appreciate all that you've done for us, so thank you. Thank you. The finally. Please join me in thanking Second Lieutenant Michael Kim. I've told him many times that I'm not an event planner, but he has been incredible. We were here till 10 p.m. last night making sure everything was good to go, and he has been absolutely incredible. I could not ask for a better vice president who represents our outstanding class with integrity, with the utmost positivity, and always a smile on his face. So thank you.
This completes our ceremony, but please don't leave yet. I know it's hot out here. I ask you to remain in place, first of all, for the departure of the official party. Now we'll ask the students to please file out as we practiced towards Rice Hall to go and collect your congratulatory letter from President Woodson. For all of the families that are here, please wait for your student to be able to make it through Rice Hall, collect their letter, and then come on out. A couple of administrative notes. There is a backdrop over here donated by the class of 2025, which you can use for awesome photos. Otherwise, it's a beautiful day. I know it's been hot. Thank you so much to all of you families, friends, mentors, and other physicians that have come today to support this class. Thank you, everyone.